let me ask you a question. Are your goals large enough to push you in the direction that you need to go to achieve them? Or is your goal so massive that you are literally helpless as it drags you out the door and forces you to do the things that are necessary to achieve it? Because there's a difference, and let me tell you what that difference is. If my goal was simply to ride a bicycle, I would not be heading out the door today, let me assure you. Simply wouldn't be happening. But, and I've talked about this in a couple of my other videos, my goal is actually to do a 450-mile bike ride from Tampa, Florida to Key West, Florida in December, followed shortly thereafter in May or early June by a 2,700-mile bicycle ride from Key West, Florida up US 1 to the border of Canada in Maine. That's massive. That has compelled me to bring the bike out, get on it, and go ride today, okay? Is your goal big enough to drag you out the door and do the training, the studying, the work, whatever it is that is necessary to accomplish it? Even's not the right word, particularly when you don't want to. That's what I got going on today.
Like a diamond from gold.
Okay, so I'm back here at a familiar haunt. If you've watched my videos, you've probably seen this place or one very similar to it before. I figured as long as I'm out, I've already forced myself to get on the bike. That's not true. I like to think that forces larger than me have put me on my bike. I'm out here, I'm in the middle of riding my bike. I might as well stop and get a little bit of exercise. And as long as I'm here, I'm gonna see if I can't turn some of this into a teachable moment. What I mean by that is not that I necessarily need to teach you how to exercise, okay? You probably have a general gist of what you need to do. The people I'm talking to are the people that are kind of like me. You just don't really like going to the gym, okay? Maybe you're more outdoorsy. Maybe you like to do more impromptu things like I do. This workout is impromptu. I was going on a bike ride. As long as I'm here, it's not gonna hurt me, so I'm gonna do it. So there's a couple of exercises that I do outside. You've seen me do my squats, or what I should say, you've seen me do my lunges, you've seen me do my step-ups, things like that. I need to get a little bit of upper body work in. But number one, because it's good to be well-rounded, but number two, because being on a bike, as long as I plan on being on a bike, is uncomfortable really from head to toe, okay? Things like shoulders and triceps and forearms, particularly your back, these things get sore, 8, 10, 12 hours or more, they get sore. It doesn't matter what link in the chain breaks down. It doesn't matter, you can have the strongest legs on earth, but if your triceps literally cannot support your body weight on the handlebars for 8 to 12 hours, the ride's over. If your neck gets so sore that you literally can't hold your head up in the position necessary to see down the road, the ride is over. Okay, so I need to start incorporating some other exercises in my routine, not just legs. Although legs obviously is important, okay? When you have a goal like this, every day is legs day. So I'm gonna do a few other things today, and I thought I might show you how you can just throw together something that's probably gonna take 10, 12, 15 minutes at the most, and that's probably just because I'm moving the camera around. This is a short, quick little hit, and then I'm back on my bike ride, which is what I came out here to do. So, off we go. Okay, so one of the things I mentioned was triceps. My triceps begin to get sore after a couple hours on the bike, just holding them in that static position, okay? What it's actually called is an isometric tension. I'm not flexing, I'm not extending. It's in a static position with tension on it. That's called isometric, in case you're curious. It gets uncomfortable for me. I need to improve that. Here's how I'm gonna go about doing it. Well, just watch. Let me explain this a little bit more. Ever since I fell off my bike and broke my collarbone, I'm really having a difficult time doing any exercises that puts any additional stress up here, okay? It's not the end of the world. I imagine as I progress along this route, this will get stronger. I'll be using lead weights, pushing it above my head, full extension. I imagine I'll get there, but I'm not there. So I need to play the hand that I've been dealt. This is how I'm gonna start. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put myself, wait, let me just watch, okay? So what I need to do to exercise my triceps, which are this one horseshoe muscle back here on the back of your arm, which from my reading tells me literally this makes up about 70-75% of your upper arm. This is a big muscle, it's important. This is what I'm gonna do. Sit on a bench, one hand on either side of me. I'm gonna slide off the bench, and I'm simply gonna go down and up. Yeah, unfortunately, even that was just, I don't think I was doing any acute damage, but it's just very sore. God, it's just really uncomfortable. So I'm gonna do one set of those. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to superset. Okay, and that basically means I'm gonna do 2 opposing muscle groups, all right? I did 10 repetitions of the triceps, which was an extension. Remember, these are your 2 levers. This is your fulcrum. I'm extending. Okay, watch. The distance between these 2 joints at the fulcrum is extending. It's now a much wider distance. Now, I'm going to do the opposing muscle group, which would be my biceps. And again, I'm having a hard time picking up the kind of weight that would really put some beef on, well, I can with my left arm, but that would really put some beef on my biceps. So I'm gonna have to adjust. This is how I'm gonna do it. An impromptu workout, looking around, seeing what I've got available to me. This is what I've come up with. Okay guys, back to work. Okay guys, so I did the extending motion for my tricep. And I'm gonna do a few more sets of that, but I'm not gonna bore you with all that.
Girlfriend, you gotta get it right. Girlfriend, you gotta learn to fight. Girlfriend, you gotta get it
I need
right.
to do a flexing motion, which basically means lever here, fulcrum in the middle, wide angle. I need to decrease that angle, making it a short angle. In doing so, I'm gonna flex my bicep, and I'm gonna do it kind of wide. So I wanna get some of the back muscles involved too, particularly my lats. Remember I mentioned that there's several things that can get sore on you after hours on the bike. Triceps being one of them, working the opposing muscle so it's not uneven, but I wanna do some work on my back, my lats. This is how I'm gonna do it, impromptu. I didn't come here with this in mind. I looked around, found what I could find. So let me show you. I'm simply gonna lay down under here, keeping this wide grip, put a little bend in my leg, and I just wanna get my forehead up to here. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So, that kind of incorporated my biceps, that wide grip, the pulling motion, also incorporated some of the lat muscles on my back. That's what I found. That's what I have available. That's what I did. Okay, well that's not entirely bad for a workout that wasn't supposed to happen. I'll take that. All right, guys, that's the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. Listen, guys, if your goal is big enough, it should pull you in the direction you want to go. It doesn't have to push you, all right? Because if it's pushing, it's not going to get you very far. But if it's grand enough, if it's on a large enough scale, it'll pull you out of bed. It will pull you out the door. It will pull you in the direction that you need to go. That's what I wanted to leave you with, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Until next time.